My goal is not to be a straight A student. I don't want an A. B is for balance. It's a grade system. One class done. I am officially finished with my first class of the accelerated BSN program. Foundations for Nursing was only the first half of the first term, and I just took the final exam for it. It is finished. I don't know how I did on the last exam. You know what, guys? I looked over the exam review, like the list of all the things we need to know. I knew most of them. Some of them I didn't know when I looked up and, read once over. Some of them I didn't know, and I was like, it's a lot. I looked real briefly. I didn't stress over it. I had an A on my first 2 exams in that class. There's only 3 exams. My goal in the accelerated nursing program is not to be a straight A student, guys. It's just, there's not a reason to do that. Not that I don't like good grades. I have a history of getting good grades. It's kind of hard for me to say my goal is not to be an A student because I do like being an A student. In college, I got A's in college in every class but 2 classes. So I do like A's. That's not my goal. My goal is to get a nursing degree and to balance work, school, and family. And you know what? If getting an A means not having enough time to spend with that little one and hang out with my kids, I don't want an A. B is for balance. So, I think I still might get an A on this test. I just took it. I guessed on more on this one than the first or second one. Wouldn't totally surprise me if I got a C on the test, but most likely I got a B or a low A. He definitely grades on a curve. I think if a lot of people miss a question, he throws it out. The very first test, I know I got a better grade than I think I should have. But yeah, Foundations is done. Feeling good about the program. 13 and a half months till I'm done. Not that we're counting. You guys want to see the paper chain? Do you remember that? I know there's a video on it, but I don't remember when I made it. But here, let's do a paper chain update. Here is the paper chain that I made to represent my school progress, and each link represents approximately a week. Approximately. I started this paper chain in the middle of prereq, so I made all my prereq weeks. I made them red, and then I had a month between finishing prereqs and school starting. They wanted me to finish prereqs, with a little time before school started to make sure they got them in time, to make sure they wanted to admit me to the program. So I had a month after finishing prereqs before school started. The smiley faces are, my husband and I went into Dominican Republic. We went for 8 days, I think. So I put it over 2 weeks. It was kind of in the middle of those 2 weeks. Green is the Elmhurst ABSN program starting. Red is when I went up to Elmhurst for residency. That was a little over a week. Came back, it was spring break. So that was last week for me. I put a yellow band around it because it was spring break. We didn't have our Zoom classes, but I had a ton of work to do, like a ton of work. More than some of those weeks. So it really was not a break. Right now, I just finished spring break, finished my foundations class. And this represents the second part of the semester. We added adult health, we added clinicals, work. I have about a 2-week break between when the spring semester ends and summer classes start. And we are planning on going to Wisconsin Dells for 5 days during then. And then we have summer classes, class. There is less than 2 weeks between summer classes and fall classes. I put on there, maybe we'll go to Nashville. I don't know what we'll have time to do. It might just be a day trip somewhere. I'm trying to do something with the family every break because, guys, I spend a lot of time doing schoolwork and I don't want my family to feel neglected. I want my kids to still have bonding time with me. So the orange is where I'm at. I think I said that. I don't remember. But the orange is where I'm at. I moved that marker. It is fancy magnetic. So it just kind of, put magnets in there. It clicks in place. Break in between spring semester, summer semester, then school. Summer classes in. We have less than 2 weeks. Fall classes begin. I think this is, what is this break? I was going to say, I think it's Thanksgiving break, but I don't think it is. I don't know what that is. Apparently, I think I have a long weekend or something there. I don't know why I think that. But, you know, if I'll start something like August, September, maybe it's like Memorial Day weekend, or I mean Labor Day weekend. Maybe that's Labor Day weekend. I'll have just as much work then. October, November. I think December 7th is finals, and then I have all the rest of December and all of January with no classes. This is like a huge stress-free break before the last hurrah, the last term. And I have down here huge family vacation. Obviously, what we do during that time will depend on our budget. It's January, December, it's cold, but we want to do something big. We're going to go as big as we can. Not this whole time, like probably a 1-week vacation, you know, somewhere in here. And then I have the last semester, which is the spring semester. That is spring break. That will be a real spring break, I think. I don't know, or maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be like this last one. I have done day trips. Like, we'll try to do something there. And then at the very end, before we graduate, we have a 5-day go back to Elmhurst residency before we end. So that's the whole school year in a paper chain. The whole school year, the whole school program in a paper chain, plus some of my prereqs. And, you know, guys, I'm at the beginning, but it's moving. It's moving pretty fast. I mean, I don't feel like this is a never-ending progress. So I'm happy with it. So there's my update, my little bit through the program update. I guess the program's 4 terms and I'm halfway through the first term. So I guess I'm like 1/8 of the way done. But anyways, yeah, I finished the class. I'm pretty sure, honestly, I'm pretty sure I probably have an A- in the class or an A in the class, even if I got a B on this test. But so how did I feel about it? You guys, Elmhurst is a great program. You can get decent grades fairly easily. I feel like it doesn't mean you're not learning. It doesn't mean it's easy. It is so much work. I have learned so much in this first half of term. I mean, I have learned so much. And Raylan's been a big help. I mean, one of the questions I answered today was, what is the symptom of hypercalcemia? You know what? I didn't remember learning that in class. I do remember it. I just couldn't remember what the answer was. But I did remember when Raylan had hypercalcemia and the neurologist called us while we were in Target. And he's like,
I just got her labs back and her calcium's really, really, really high.
And I was like, do you want us to turn around and go back to the hospital? He's like,
I mean, yeah, just go to the ER and I'm going to call them and tell them you're coming into the ER because it's really, really high. We need to retest it. It's probably not accurate, but we need to retest it.
Well, it was accurate. And I remembered him saying,
how is she acting? Does she seem extra lethargic?
So I guess lethargic for hypercalcemia. I'm pretty sure that's right based on that conversation I remember having with Dr. McGill like 7 years ago. We'll see. We'll see if I got that one right or not. But yeah, Raylan does help me with class. Raylan is part of my good grades. But really, we learn so much. And they have us learn, like, I feel like, you know, up to this level. And then they test at this level. And you know what? Next semester, they're probably going to teach us up to this level and test at this level. They teach us so much. And then they test us at a level lower than what they've taught us. So we're getting good grades. The grades are not the stressful part. It's doing all the work to get ready to take the test. And those assignments are a very, very small percent of your grade, but you don't just not do them. And I think if we weren't doing those assignments, the teachers would have serious issues. Like,
you can't just only take the exams.
And if we only took the exams, if I didn't do any of the other stuff, I think the exams would be way harder. The point is, all the homework assignments they give you that are like a tiny percent of your grade, or they're even completion grades, you do all those assignments, you're going to know how to take the exams. It's a great system. It's a really, really good system, I feel like. I don't know what the systems are other schools have, because I hear a lot of people talk about the exams. Nursing tests are hard, that the classes are hard, that they're barely passing. And I don't think that's the case with anyone in our class. But yeah, I mean, it's not because we're not learning. I will say that. And some people are probably going to think,
wow, this Elmhurst, it must be because it's too easy. It must be.
All I can say is it's not. I got good grades in college because I worked hard. I know that I'm learning stuff. I know that they're teaching us stuff. I don't know. Believe me or don't believe me, Elmhurst is a great program. Grades are very doable, but you will be busy. You will learn a lot.